Vegetables are a vital and critical source of the nutrients and nourishment in the diet of every human being. In Ghana, vegetables are consumed locally and also exported to other parts of the world, specifically the UK, Germany, and other parts of the EU. Amongst these vegetables grown for local consumption include tomatoes, okra, carrots, chili, onions, cucumber, garden eggs, and cabbage. Ghana also exports vegetables such as chili, ravaya, turia, tinder, okra, herbs, and butternut. These vegetables are cultivated all over the country. The Central, Volta, Eastern, and Greater Accra regions are especially noted for growing export vegetables in commercial quantities because of the alluvial soils. Ghana is the third largest exporter of chili in Africa after Morocco and Kenya to the EU market, earning her $4.8 million between 2003 to 2006. Demand for these vegetables locally and internationally has grown steadily for the past 5 years. Hence, the need to place emphasis on the growing, cultivation, and packaging of these vegetables.
The long farms, there's export almost every day, and therefore we are in a position to buy whatever the farmers produce. The type of vegetables we export should be of a very good quality, and therefore whatever we buy from the farmers, we make sure that they are of a particular quality. That is, the sizes are taken into consideration. They shouldn't be too much overgrown, you see, and the color should be green. I mean, depending on the type of vegetable which we are exporting. And then they should be free from insect attacks. When it comes to our warehouse, we sort them out and they take the very good ones and they leave out the bad ones. So we always pay for the good quality product which we get from the farmers. With respect to the grading, chili, for example, we don't wash. But with garden eggs and the ravaya, pink ravaya, and then the long ravaya, we have to wash them. We wash them 3 times. We have to make sure that the color conforms to what is acceptable for export. If the color is not deep pink, it will have to be removed. We also have to make sure that we wash them very, very well, maybe 3 times, to ensure that all the viruses are removed. Viruses called thrips. They have to be removed. Otherwise, if you don't remove them and export them, they get to the destination and they are detected, all the items will be destroyed.
Using 2008 as a case study, with our total exports in the region of 10,000 tons, we had about 5,000 tons being vegetables. The remaining 5,000 tons can be spread amongst all the other product groups. That is the level at which the vegetables have come to. Now in 2009, I reckon that we will do more volumes of Asian vegetables to UK than we did in 2008, for instance. Mainly because at the beginning of 2009, in January, we've had another Boeing 747-400 aircraft going directly into London. And this is a 120-tonner aircraft. And once we can get the products to the UK market fresh, the exporters will export more than they did, and the buyers will order more than they did in 2008. So the market for Asian vegetables is going to grow.
MIDA is training farmers to see farming as a serious business and therefore adapt good seeds, better planting and harvesting methods to improve their yield.
My name is Felix Avonyu, a farmer and agriculture officer. I've been in this chili business for about almost 18 years now. To start with, you dig the land by making it into mounds and later breaking it, leveling it with rake. Then you create your own bed depending on the size you want. Somebody can take it, maybe he may decide to create the best 1 meter or 2 meters by 100 meters, depending on the rope. But it's maybe 3 meters by 50, so that they can go to water. And we use shower irrigation. Basically, we don't use too much inorganic manure like NPK fertilizer. We use mostly poultry manure and then cow dung manure. And so that helps us to grow our chilies. And when you see them, they compete with that of the rain-fed. And the yield is higher than that of the rain-fed because we give them everything that makes them to develop. To start with, we do nursery. We nurse for about 1.5 months. You know, the Europeans like chili that are long, shiny, and have a very strong epicap. On the nursery bed, it takes about 1.5 months to mature. And then we plant in between rows is 3 feet by 2. Between rows is 1 meter. In between rows, instead of a meter, because we usually feed our plant here with organic manure like poultry manure, bird shit, and cow dung, which is very good, and the yield is good. So usually it takes 1.5 months for the nursery to mature. When you transplant, it takes about 1.5 to 2 months to start yielding, and some are quick maturing, depending on the way you feed it and then spray. And so you can begin to see your fruits between 1.5 months and 2 months. From the nursery bed, before you transplant, we use a chemical called MAP, monoammonium phosphate, that helps the plant to develop quick roots. So 1 week to or 5 days to transplanting, when you spray it, it helps the plant to establish quickly. When you've done that, 2 weeks after transplanting, you can use basal fertilizer, that is NPK, to make it develop quickly. Then you go in for NPK leaf fertilizer, that is Polyfeed, which is 1919. You go in for Supermaster, they are leaf foliar fertilizers. Then you go in for small insecticide, then a fungicide, to make sure that nothing disturbs the plant, because the fungicide stop rotting, the insecticide stop any insects or maggot or worm that will attack the plant. And then Supermaster gives the plant some vigorous growth for the plant to establish well. That is the basal starter of the plant. And when it's getting to flowering stage, then you apply the organic manure, which is poultry manure. It can be cow dung. For the yield to be high, you can use 300 bags to 350 bags per acre. 2 weeks to harvesting of your chili crops. There are some basic things you have to do. Number one, you have to make sure that the manure that you're giving to the plant is well under the crop for the yield to be very big, shining, and then market winning. When they harvest, they have to do grading. The grading is that some harvest the leaves inside, and the European market, they don't really, they need the fruits. And so the fruits are supposed to be free from leaves and they're well packaged. So if you do yours very nicely, you also make money for our pocket.
By using irrigation to grow all year round, by using fertilizers to increase yield, by adapting better harvesting and handling practices to preserve the freshness and quality of the vegetables, and by providing cooling facilities to preserve the life of the vegetables for export, Ghana will increase its vegetable export potential. By also adapting better and beautiful packaging, which indicates weight and expiring date, farmers and exporters will get better prices.
Over the years, farmers are growing more vegetables now. 10 years ago, we didn't have so much on the market. But I think now people are beginning to realize the importance, how good vegetables are. So now we have farmers going into vegetables more. But what farmers need to do is to learn how to meet standards, whereby they keep to a standard. They make sure that whatever it is that they're doing, they do it well. The market is demanding quality and consistency. I want this and I want you to be able to give it to me. I'm looking for quality, so when you arrange your produce, you must arrange it in an attractive way that it's going to make the customer interested. Otherwise, the customer will not be interested.
I look out for good quality vegetables. That is vegetables that are fresh in quality, ones that have been well packaged.
I go for quality and freshness.
Quality of the vegetables, the quality of the food, well preserved, it's been well looked after and well packaged.
Finally, farmers are encouraged to build stronger cooperatives to gain access to capital, technical support and technology, as well as better prices. The industry will also benefit greatly if farmers, exporters and buyers build stronger relationship and trust amongst each other, as this will make Ghana a better competitor in the world stage. Government should also support the industry by establishing irrigation facilities in growing areas to improve reliability and consistency of the produce, and also build cooling facilities at the airport to improve and preserve the quality of the vegetables for export.